Okay guys, out here on the water with Keith Combs today, and we're checking out a graph I've never used before, and Keith is a Humminbird man. He is the man when you talk about offshore fishing. We're out here in East Texas, very well known for offshore. And Keith, why don't you give us 3 good tips for early season deep water fishing and how you target them with this Humminbird Onix?
Well, Justin, the number one thing that I'm looking for anytime I'm on the water, especially when it's cold, you know, winter through pre-spawn, the first thing I want to find is a concentration of bait. And I don't care what lake I go to, the fish, they want to move the least, they want an easy meal, so I'm going to look for bait. That's going to be number 1. Number 2, I'm going to look for something channel related. If the lake has a good river channel running through it, I'm going to start right there, start looking at the secondary feeder creeks that intersect that channel. You know, number 3, I would say, is just areas that are a little bit more protected, I guess. A lot of times something that just gets, if you're on the south side of the lake, a lot of times you get colder water. It's a little bit more wind blown and stuff like that. I usually try to start on the north or northwest banks. Okay.
Yeah, we got nice calm conditions out here today, but normally early spring it gets pretty nasty out there. And you've got actually two Humminbirds set up right here. Really cool system. You got one graph set up on just your graph. You got all your waypoints logged in over there, and then on your Onix system over here, you've got down scan and you've got side scan working. So tell everybody, what is the best screen setup if you're trying to look for groups of fish in this part of the season? How do you set up your graph to locate those fish the best?
Well, when I'm on the console, when I'm idling around looking, I just prefer to run down and side. I don't use sonar back here. I really don't see the advantage to using sonar when you're on the console idling. So I have a split screen. I prefer a big one, like a 10-inch Onix, so I got a really good picture. That's my setup over here. I keep it that way most of the time. Over here, I just have my map. Now, sometimes I'll run sonar, I'll run down imaging, and I'll run side imaging off one side and side imaging off the other.
Gotcha.
It just depends. If I'm really wanting to get out there and learn everything about an area I'm unfamiliar with, I'll take the big picture and run and really zoom that side out. But most of the time, mapping here, and I have down imaging on top and I have side imaging down below.
Well, dude, it looks super clear on here. I can see some of these laydowns and actually see some of the fish suspended off the bottom. So if you guys are not familiar with the down imaging, side imaging systems, great way to find fish if you're unfamiliar with a body of water. So Keith, thanks for the tips, man, and we'll catch y'all later.